scenes came to him because of me. And everything went wrong when you showed up. You're the problem.
No, you're the problem, Thought. You think the whole world revolves around you?
What's going on, YouTube? It's SCN Place to be chilling, Mr. A&D. And this time joining me on this Raw review for June 15, 2020 is not Dion's hands, but Prime Time.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the PRIME.
Yeah, welcome back to the Raw reviews. It's been a while since we had you on a Raw SmackDown review in a while.
It's been a while since it's been a good Raw SmackDown in a while, so.
Well, you guys can hear more about that on the No Gimme Seated Wrestling Podcast when we talk about these kind of things. But so this is the Raw right after Backlash, and Edge reportedly has gotten injured in Backlash. Obviously, that match is already taped, so Edge has been injured for about a week or so. So, I mean, but when you do like a 44-minute match, I can see injuries happen when you haven't been wrestling for 9 straight years. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but still, so we got this episode of Raw, and we started with the opening segment of Randy Orton and Christian. So Christian obviously is informs us Edge is injured. He's upset about Edge, and then he wants to defend for his friend, his brother, and Randy Orton comes out, and then Christian wants to come back as Christian Cage, it sounds like.
I hope so.
Oh yeah. But because he can't probably get medically cleared, so tonight they're building up to this unsanctioned match between Christian and Randy Orton. One more match, Prime Time. One more match. Now this is the match I did not see. Well, first of all, how did you feel about the opening segment?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought they could have did more with they could have used callbacks, but yeah, I like it. I like it.
You're basically like more the history of Orton and Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2011 was their year. Kevin Owens takes on Angel Garza with Andrade at ringside. Him and Selena Vega rocking that sexy maroon tonight. But I did miss the matchup. So I know Kevin Owens won. So basically, what happened?
I think before they had an interview, and he was like, Andrade was like, if you lose, you out the group or something. And then in the middle of the match, Garza and Andrade were like arguing, and Selena Vega said, "I'm done, I quit," and then left.
Well, like I said, that's I get more into that. I didn't see that, but I did see this. So MVP is backstage. He talked about some, Bobby shouldn't have lost the WWE Championship yesterday because it was because of that thought Lana. Look, I'm letting y'all know this right now. I don't know who taught Vince McMahon or Bruce Pritchard thought. Okay,
probably was MVP, just like he taught Vince McMahon how to do the balling thing.
He probably said, "Yo, let me." No, you know what? MVP probably went to Vince and said, "Let me use thought." And Vince said, "Well, what is that?" And he said, "That's what you call women that get on your nerves." And Vince probably like, "Fine, okay," but he don't know what truly. I don't think Vince knows what truly what thought mean. So
I don't think Vince know half the stuff that he does
exactly
when it comes to other talent.
So Lashley and MVP come out there, and he's cutting a promo on why Bobby Lashley should be WWE champion right now. And Lana comes out, and Lana said everything was fine before you got here, MVP. And he says no, because you know what? When you was with Bobby, he wasn't even sniffing the title picture. And I got with him. He was in matches for the WWE Championship. And then Bobby cuts him off. I was like, sometimes I just need MVP to be your mouthpiece. And then Lana, try to hurt Bobby by saying if I wanted to have sex with a real man, I would have had sex with Drew. And he stopped. He says, I want a divorce. And then Bobby walks off with MVP, and Lana's sitting there embarrassed. Don't know if we're going to have, because this is Vince McMahon running the show again, which he never stopped running it. Are we having a divorce court segment, do you think? With Bobby and Lana?
It is WWE, and a apparently Bruce Pritchard is running the show, so yes, I'm assuming so.
Yeah, not
It's gonna be the same man too, the same preacher that got beat up.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. So next up, we're like, well, the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits, what are they gonna do next? I'm like, how about?
He was really asking that?
Yeah, I'm like, how about have a fucking match? I'm just saying.
Or never be on TV again with each other.
I don't get why they're still doing this kind of stuff. So in the backstage, they're discussing it, and all of a sudden, Akira Tozawa with the ninjas come back.
No.
Oh.
No. That is not the ninjas. That is the Foot Clan.
Oh, excuse me. The Foot Clan come back, and then I'm like, and then then this big Shaq looking dude comes there. So it looks like those guys, they reunite. I'm dead serious. They reunite the Viking Profits to take on the ninjas.
Why are they not the Street Vikings instead of the Viking Profits?
The Street Vikings?
Yes.
I don't know. No matter what name you do, it all still sucks. So they have a match. They really are destroying all these ninjas. So they sweep them out. Then all of a sudden, Big Shaq Ninja comes out, aka Super Shredder. He comes up, and then
there you go.
All of a sudden, well, it's the Big Show. So Crane comes out,
which didn't make sense to me.
What didn't make sense because wasn't he heel at WrestleMania?
That's not even the part that makes sense. It's like it's for them.
Exactly. I don't get it. So Big Show comes out, chokeslam's a regular Foot Clan member, and then Super Shredder retreats. And I'm like,
yeah.
Then backstage, Big Show loves all the love comes from Street Profits and Viking Raiders. He says, you know what, guys, you know what y'all guys can do? Have a legit wrestling match for the Raw Tag Team Championships next week. And he was like, yeah, man, that's a good idea. Like, what the why are they booked to look this dumb? I'm talking about Street Profits and Viking Raiders.
And then Big Show wanted to get in on the singing, so that's what he did.
And he said, instead of saying, we want to smoke, how about, we want to smoke, we want to smoke, I'm like, it's kind of like him trying to do George Clinton, we want the funk. Didn't like it. Didn't like it.
Would you watch this 100 times or watch every episode of the Big Show again?
I'll watch every episode of the Big Show again. Because at least I can have more joy than making fun of Terry.
But then you get Terry though, yeah.
And I can see Mark Henry, McFoley, and Rikishi again.
Okay, fine.
With a Shad cameo. I'm not watching 100 hours of this. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Okay. Next up we have the Seth Rollins angle trying to recruit Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic.
Can I just call him Dominic? Did he have to be Dominic Mysterio?
Yeah, that don't make no sense. Like it's like Dominic Mysterio. I'm like, ew, just Dom. Dom is just fine with me. But Dominic Mysterio they don't roll off nothing.
He can't just be Dom because is that copyright?
Say what?
He can't just be Dom because wouldn't that be copyright? He's fighting for his family.
Oh yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So, he's talking to Mysterio on the screen because it really looks like they're going to do this Mysterio Rollins match at SummerSlam. It looks like
Dominic, yeah, or whatever.
No, I think Dominic gets Extreme Rules.
Okay.
Because as Seth Rollins is on his knees, pleading to Rey Mysterio, Dominic sneaks up from behind and attacks Seth Rollins. Now, don't get me wrong, Dominic in the ring, from what I've seen, is not bad.
Uh-huh.
He knows how to take a beating, and he knows how to give a beating and be safe, not like Nia Jax. And then Murphy and Austin Theory come out, and then I was like, so where he gonna run to? There's plexiglass everywhere. Cause that's what I was thinking in my head. Cause they usually run into the crowd, and run out. So finally, Dom kind of plays them, and Tom and Jerry's them a little bit. Then finds a little hole, and then runs through the crowd. And Seth Rollins and his whole thing is pissed. It looks like they may be leading to, because Mysterio comes back next week, so it looks like we may get Dominic versus Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules, and then at SummerSlam, because let's face it, Mysterio and Seth Rollins is the bigger match. Dominic may be decent and all that, but I'm sorry, but Mysterio is the bigger match. Mysterio's the legend icon here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one I would go with. So I mean, so seeing Dominic kind of like this for the first time in an offensive, way, how did you feel about it?
I don't know, it was pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
He kind of like he did the Leo Rush a little bit with the escaping, kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That man, look, I could watch Leo Rush and John Morrison escape from people all day. I can watch Leo Rush and John. Now that's something I watch, 10 hours straight. Not the Big Show. I mean, I'll pick that over the Big Show. Next up, we have a tag team match. The Iconics taking on Natalya and Liv Morgan. So the Iconics pick up a win here over Liv Morgan. So they're all happy because they got a win. And backstage, Natalya is clearly over it. And
you know what it was like to do the miracle of motherhood or whatever she said.
Yes. And then she sees in the back and says, you had it bad. Then here comes Lana. I'm like, don't form an alliance with Lana.
Wasn't there already an alliance? The welcoming committee.
Oh shit, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my god. Wow.
I think it was her, Liv, and nah, it wasn't Liv. Was it Liv? No, it was Carmella.
But it looks like they're trying to form a team so they can do it, because Bobby did say in his promo, when was the last time you laced up a pair of boots? So, and I was like, damn, when was the last time she did a pair of boots? So backstage, Apollo Crews is working out like a robot, it looks like. And then MVP comes to him and talks about, hey, I'm proud of you for winning the United States Championship and all that stuff like that. But he said, hey, when you're champion, you don't want to go exert yourself and do all these matches and stuff like that. If you ride with me, I can show you a way to basically, ease up on all the pressure coming from a former United States champion. And he says, yeah, I get it, but if I'm not a fighting champion, I'm not a champion at all. So,
to be honest with you, MVP is right.
MVP is dead right. Of course he's right. And he says, so, take advice, but no, I'm good. He said, all right, fine. Well, you take this United States Championship, and you better hold on to it. So, it looks so. Apollo Crews has a match with Shelton Benjamin, and Shelton Benjamin is on the screen talking about something because Shelton Benjamin got offered, shot with MVP also. So, minus Shane Thorne and Vic, you gotta get them out of there. MVP looks like
they already are.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like MVP is trying to create the Beatdown Clan again, or yes, or the New Nation, whatever the case may be.
Someone's gonna be they commentate like Taz was for Aces and Eights.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, and I think that will work out really well, But once again, with Paul Heyman being fired, I don't think Bruce Pritchard and Vince can pull that off. I'm being serious with you.
Honestly, I think this is one you got to give the MVP and say, I trust you.
Yeah, I trust you because look, even though we can say a lot of things about MVP, MVP is a very good wrestler. He's a real good talker, and he helped Impact out a lot with that Beatdown Clan when MVP first came. It overstayed his welcome when it kind of started fizzling out. But I'm just saying, but
Samoa Joe got bigger. Yep.
Yeah, he got fat. Yeah. So I enjoy that, but I see it coming here. But anyway, the match is really short. Shelton is matching Apollo for strength here, and then Shelton tries to go for a spinning kick, but he doesn't get it. But then he tries to roll Apollo up and put 2 feet on the ropes. The referee stops and looks and sees Shelton trying to cheat. But then Apollo rolls him up and then holds the ropes himself. So Apollo used a little bit of cheating. Now hold on now. When faces start doing cheating a little bit, those are signs of heel turns coming in the future. So
much needed.
What you say?
Much needed.
A much needed heel turn, yes. So that's why I think that eventually, he can have a group with Lashley, Sheldon, and Apollo Crews. Hell, and look, they all got something in common: dominant, bald, and black. They're serious.
Well, MVP is the only one with hair. He's the oldest. So
yeah, but he would be like the J.J. Dillon of the group from the Four Horsemen.
Okay.
he would be the manager. Like, so when you recruit them 3 guys, and then you recruit a tag team, and you can have yourself like a whole inner circle type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like, why not do it? You can have that back, because, like I said, if you get groups together, because people take more with people that are in stables. Let's just be honest. Would we really be interested in Sammy Guevara other than his wrestling if it wasn't for the inner circle?
I don't know. It depends.
It do depend. I'll tell you this though.
I wouldn't know, but if he was still the Panda Man, then no.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't. I damn sure didn't care about Jake Hager. So you know.
People still don't.
So we got a tag team matchup. Drew McIntyre and R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley and MVP. Now, before this matchup, there was word that this was going to be a winner-take-all match. And Drew McIntyre was obviously upset that he had to team with R-Truth in that kind of a matchup. But then R-Truth said, I'm going to go talk to the man. I'm going to take care of this dog. Now, when he first said that, I was just like, maybe he in on this joint. But then he come back and talk about something. Now it's only your championship on the line, not the 24/7, 7-11, I-95 South European, championship. However, so Drew's even more pissed off. I'm like, yo, wouldn't this been crazy if R-Truth turned on Drew McIntyre and they start the group tonight?
Yeah, it wouldn't be R-Truth. R-Truth wouldn't be in it.
I mean, now, let's not play. Serious R-Truth was good in 2011.
Yes, but he's not gonna be serious R-Truth ever again, because this character, I guess, gives Vince so much joy. He's not gonna turn R-Truth. Okay,
so it wouldn't be R-Truth. It'll probably be Apollo Crews and maybe Shelton Benjamin, because you first you need to do something with him.
Yes, that character gives Vince so much joy. I'm assuming it's like, we're gonna keep him the same.
Yeah, and shit, you never know. It could just be a new nation. He could create another. Look, you recognize when the nation first came, it was during the Million Man March, right?
Okay.
Look what's going on in the world now. You don't think Vince will do that?
I think he'll do it, but he won't. They won't openly say like we're all black and all that.
Oh yeah. I mean, the people he picked will be kind of obvious. So the matches started. Drew McIntyre starts off the match with Bobby Lashley, and they get the blows in there, and then finally, as he's about to, he tags the MVP, and then all of a sudden R-Truth tags himself in, and I was just like, here it goes, and then he gets taken out by Bobby Lashley, gets thrown to the outside, and then he basically gets bullied. MVP does do a little comeback. He hits the split and the spin kick. We tag in McIntyre, who hits the Future Shock DDT on MVP. What was you about to say, Prime?
No, I'm just gonna say, Bobby Lashley came in and then R-Truth, she's about to do a spirit. R-Truth moved out of the way. He went to the stairs, and then he picked the MVP up and hit the Claymore.
Yes, he hit the Claymore, but instead of pinning him, he said, "You know what? I'll give it to you, Truth." And he does a little Enzo and Big Cass thing, splashes R-Truth off the top, and then R-Truth gets the pin on MVP. So they lost the matchup, but this is not going to be the end. I do think Bobby's getting that championship this year.
Yeah, I do too. For a second, I thought it was winner take all. I thought whoever gets the pinfall gets the championship. I was like, they're not going to have R-Truth in this belt, but I get it wrong.
Yeah, no, but it's okay. I mean, yeah, R-Truth, I think is going to be sniffing that W championship for a minute. But yeah, so that was that matchup. I was like, is Drew going to lose it? I think they're going to have Drew lose it, on a big moment like SummerSlam or something like that, like they usually do it with the WrestleMania victories. It's Bayley's birthday today, so we're out there celebrating birthdays, and Bayley and Sasha Banks come out. Sasha, oh my God. Heel Sasha Banks, the way heel Sasha Banks dress, I'm just like, I'm just saying, what I'm saying, you are mine. They're out there, and then the Iconics come up on the screen, and since they got their win tonight, they want a challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Are they face now?
Who?
The Iconics.
I don't know. But I know Bayley and Sasha are still heels, but I don't know if they're face or not because it all depends. Because then Bailey was talking about her birthday's today. Then on Wednesday they gotta go against Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart for the championships. They go back home on Friday, and then next Monday they got a tag team championship opportunity. The Iconics do. So that's it's basically what the week is going to be. And who else?
They said Charlotte year out and Bailey and Sasha Banks year in for the whole week.
Exactly. The Iconics come down, and then Sasha says, "You don't come down here and talk about us and get all sassy." And then Billie Kay just give her a slap in the face. She's like, "Oh!" Slap Sasha right in the face. And you don't hit my best friend and everything. So they go out, and then that's how that segment goes off. I thought it was gonna be like a birthday celebration for Bailey, something like that. It wasn't. So.
Oh no! After This Is Your Life, we're not getting any more things close to celebrating Bailey.
We're not. We get another rematch for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Asuka taking on Nia Jax. This match was better than their Backlash match. Yeah, I will say Asuka starts on the armbar early, and then what I like is Asuka was holding her submissions to the 5 count, weakening Nia Jax. Nia Jax goes from the middle rope. I don't know if she's trying to go for a Vader bomb, but then first of all, there's this power bomb that Nia hits on Asuka on the outside. Like she just remember how Sheamus, when he first came, he slammed down Jamie Noble on the outside and retired him. Tell me you remember that power bomb. See what?
He killed Jamie Noble that night.
This is back in 2009 when Sheamus first came. Look it up. Sheamus power bombs Jamie Noble on the floor.
Oh my god!
Yo,
I think he like put his head in the ring post and like did the bro kick first, and then
and power on the outside, bro.
Yeah.
He killed Jamie Noble, and Jamie Noble ain't wrestled since then. He was JJ security forever in the days since then. So I'm not saying this powerbomb was as impactful as the Jamie Noble thing because Asuka continued to match, but I'm saying, she powerbomb on the floor. I was just like, woo! She hit, that was kind of high on that one. So,
yep, rough.
It was rough. She was trying to go for Vader bomb, but then Asuka hits her knees down and does a running double foot stomp. That was kind of cool. And then Asuka is trying to put Nia Jax into the Asuka lock, and it doesn't necessarily. Nia Jax kind of gets out of it, but then she goes for a Samoan drop, goes for the cover. Asuka kicks out, so she gets in John Cone face, the referee, and then she pushes John Cone down. And I'm just like, what? So John Cone's like, hold up, no, you ain't gonna be touching me. I'm about to disqualify you. But then Asuka hits the roll up on Nia Jax. John Cone gives a fast count.
He said, hey, I'm not impartial. You push me, all right.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, that happened. I'm like, is John Cone in this rivalry now, or what's going on?
Honestly, I know a referee not supposed to do that, but that's the kind of referee I'll be. Like, you push me, you
exactly.
Hey,
bro, I'm telling you right now,
fast or slow count.
The referee, I'll be right there. I'll be doing that, and I'll be sitting there, doing the very obnoxious hands, like you're out of here, stepping on that one foot. I'll be
or
doing
like
all
The
that.
Rock, I'll be like 1, 2. It doesn't matter if The Rock counts that 3. Yeah, I'll be doing that.
That's why special guest referee matches was so fun back in the day. I'll be screwing my friends over. I'll be fast kind of like 1, 2, stop, and they be like, nigga. Yeah, it'll be funny.
If I ever become a referee, continue. We'll talk about it later.
So then, there's the unsanctioned match coming up. Ric Flair's come to Chris. She's like, look, man, 20 years. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Don't do it. Okay, you got nothing to prove. Anything. It's a legend. You need to go back home to your family. Don't do it. Randy Orton, he has to prove a point, kid. Don't look, listen, 20 years. And then, so Christian's just like, no, I understand what you're trying to say, but I got to do this. So he has his hands taped. He's in his black thermal and everything. Yo, my wife was losing her shit, man. I was just like, man, Christian is back. He in the main event of Raw, and I'm just like, yo,
I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing.
And then I was just like, I said, you need to calm your excitement down. All right, he going against Randy Orton. So. So we get main event time. Unsanctioned match. Christian takes on Randy Orton.
Hey, she said what?
Say what?
What did she say?
Oh man. She was like, my peeps. So Christian
The charismatic enigma.
And the charismatic enigma. Man, look. So, Christian Radio will come down, and then Randy Orton is just, there. So Ric Flair comes down and is like, look, stop. We can't do this. Can't do this right now. And tell you, look, Christian, just go home. He says, look, Rick, I ain't in the mood. I'm going to take out Randy Orton. And then all of a sudden, dirtiest player in the game, which nobody listens to the name for anymore, low blows Christian. And then everybody's like, oh my God, Ric Flair can get down on one knee? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Because, getting down on knees now means a lot of things these days.
Well, he rolled right out, so.
Yeah, he rolled out. And then Randy Orton gave the punk hit to Christian. And then did that slow Stephanie McMahon turnover and pinned him. And then 1, 2, 3, Randy Orton wins. He said, I didn't want to do this. I apologize. But this was your fault. You brought this up there. We have history. Just like you, me and Edge have history. And I didn't want to do this, but you need to go back to your family. Stretcher, get him in here. Pass him up. And then, after my wife cried, that was the end of Raw.
If you don't make it to this review, I kill you.
So, that was Raw. Prime time. Give me your review. Pass or fail for Raw today.
Honestly, I give it a thumbs up. Was it I said maybe one of the most entertaining Raws in the past maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, month. So
I'm going to say that I didn't have a problem with Raw tonight. I love the MVP stuff because I want to see where it's going. I'm over this Viking Raiders crap and Street Profits. I'm really over that stuff, and I'm like the ninja stuff is getting too redundant. That they struggle the most with that 9 o'clock hour. That 9 o'clock going into 10 o'clock hour.
Yeah, that's when they had Drew McIntyre and R-Truth had 3 segments.
Exactly. It's like they just don't know really what to do. But I'm neutral to Raw this week. I really am because I'm just trying to see. I'm like, there's something I've truly loved about it or liked about it, but it's nothing I truly hate about it neither. It's just like if I had to go, the Dominic stuff was cool, the Randy Orton stuff with Christian, I'm like,
no, you gotta call him Dominic Mysterio.
Excuse me, Dominic Mysterio stuff was cool. You know what I'm saying? The Randy Orton stuff with Christian was cool. It's just I hate seeing my wife in that kind of manner, all upset over Christian like this.
You should give it a thumbs up because she was happy Christian was there.
You know what? Because Christian came back for my wife, this show gets a slight thumbs up according to my wife. So you know what? Post down in the comments down below, guys. How'd you guys like Monday Night Raw? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content right here on Nerd Coalition. Once again, this is NC and Place to Be. Children stay in the not Deion stands for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and then Nerd Coalition is out.